course, tennis, it's grown into one of the most marketable sports on the planet. And here to give us some insight into, well, how to market it and how to turn it into fabulous television is Ken Solomon. He's the chairman and the chief executive of the Tennis Channel. The Tennis Channel is now carrying many of the Open matches live. It reaches more than 55 million households. And Kenny's held top positions at Universal Television as well as DreamWorks. You helped get that started. Also at Rupert Murdoch's News Corp as well as Scripps. Ken Solomon, good to have you with us on Bloomberg.
Can't hold a job, Pimm.
Well, and you seem to be moving upwards, so that's pretty good. Before we get into the details of television, tell me about this particular Open. What happens if we get a Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer final in the men's finals on Sunday?
Well, it almost seems too good to be true. There's a lot of people who thought that time may have passed, and both Roger and Rafa have said, we are here and we're here for the long haul. It is going to be extraordinary. I think the roof is going to blow off the place. Someone said, you know, this is going to be the biggest thing in sports. This may be the biggest thing in the world if these guys meet finally on the hard courts of right here at Flushing Meadows in Arthur Ashe Stadium. I think we're going to look at record ratings and record awareness for the game, and that's sort of been a trend that's been happening for the last decade or so. It'll be a fitting end, and I just don't know what'll happen if those two guys get out there.
Are you rooting for either one at this point?
No, we are rooting for the game, and even if I were, I wouldn't say. But you know what? They are both such extraordinary ambassadors for, if they would be for any game, for any company. To have Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer at the peak of the men's game is really a phenomenal gift for tennis. And so they're known worldwide. They are monstrous stars, and they are dedicated, and most importantly, they're great people. So I'm rooting for them both.
And now we've got, of course, the women's semifinal taking place just behind us at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Venus Williams ahead 6-4 over Kim Clijsters.
Yeah.
Do we need Venus Williams in the finals in order to keep the ratings high?
Not at all. I mean, what's great, although we'd love to see either Venus or Kim, I have to tell you, I was walking over to do this interview, and I got caught in the players' ramp for them going onto the court. And I was standing, and Serena came out, and we kind of said, you know, a lot of people will consider this the final because they're so great. Not to take anything away from Vera Zvonareva, who's an amazing player and just fought a great
I just like that you're able to pronounce it correctly.
It's one of the things you have to do if you're on the Tennis Channel. Vera, who has an MBA and going for another major, or she has a degree and going for another one. But and Serena leaned over and said, no, 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 no. The final is the final. And so, you know, I think I think that either one, Kim is such a phenomenal story of a mom or a champion who literally left her career on the court to go become a mom, only to step back into the limelight last year here and really step off the bench and win the U.S. Open in what was one of the great stories just in the world of sports last year. So, you know, I think ratings have already been breakthrough, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that, but will be huge with either one. We're cheering for both of them.
Now, Ken, I'm glad you mentioned this kind of lifestyle situation, at least among the pros. But what about lifestyle when it comes to the fan base? Because unlike many other sports, the people who are coming to watch tennis are also the people that play tennis.
Wow, you know, I think you got to come work with us when you're not on the air.
We'll talk about it afterward. I'll tell you why serve first.
You heard it here first. It's exactly right. One of the things that's so unique about our network and this game is 3/4 of the people that watch Tennis Channel actually play the game. And so beyond just sports, it is in many ways the stickiest mass medium. I guess most of the people who watch Bloomberg trade. But when you get beyond that, people are so personally involved. So when we're not doing live pro coverage of 3,500 hours around the world, all 4 Grand Slams and every top 100 tournament, which has sort of been unrivaled in single sport networks, we're doing things on fashion, on travel. You know, I've got Fashions Night Out here in New York, which is a huge now worldwide event driven by Vogue and Anna Wintour. And, you know, we're a big part of that. Serena Williams is as big a star off the court for what she wears is on. But even that it goes deeper than that because of fitness and health, the fact that it's a family game, and probably most importantly that it's the one major sport where women are as, if not more powerful than the men. And that's not just on the professional side, which makes it singular, but also in terms of playing. 50% of our audience is women. And so there's no other major sport where you get on a continual basis year-round 50% female. And then you've got kids, and you've got folks playing well into their 90s. So it is truly the sport from cradle to grave. It's a sport that people are passionate about. It's also one of the oldest sports in the world, going back all the way to the 1400s in some cases before that. So I don't think that lifestyle is going to change. And, you know, the testament to the strength of it is that we're on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and here at the U.S. Open, and we are doing record numbers.
All right.